We've been learning about fact strategies. How can we find multiplication facts? How can we find the product using different strategies? So today, our math message says that Evan does not know the answer to 6 times 7. They want us to record at least 2 different strategies he could use to solve 6 times 7. So I want you to think of the different strategies that we've learned and see what we could do to solve this. So first of all, I'm going to kind of put a line right here so that you can see the 2 different strategies that I'm going to use. And maybe you can think of other ones that I'm going to use. But as I'm looking at 6 times 7, I'm thinking, I could use a helper fact with this. So I know that 5 is close to 6. So I could put over here 5 times 7. That's a lot easier for me than 6 times 7. So I would say, 5 times 7 is 35. Now, I want to know what 6 times 7. And so instead of 5 rows of 7, I'm going to have now 6 rows of 7. So I'm going to add another row of 7 to this. So when I add another row of 7, 5 plus 7 is 12. And then I carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So I found out that 6 times 7 is 42 because I added a row and I used a helper fact to do it. So that is one way that you could, that's one strategy that you can use a helper fact like this one because 5 is close to 6. Now I couldn't use it if it wasn't close. It has to be close. A close number right next to it. Now, the other strategy that I'm thinking of is one that we've used, and I see that there is a 6, which means that is an even number. So I can evenly cut that number in half. So I'm going to use the strategy called doubling. So here's the 6 and here's the 7. And instead of doing 6 times 7, I'm going to cut it right in half and cut the 6 into 3 and 3. And now, instead of doing 6 times 3, all I have to do is go 3 times 7. So think about that. What is 3 times 7? 3 times 7 is the same as 7 plus 7 plus 7. What is that? I want you to think a minute. Maybe you need to add it in your mind or with your fingers. I'm okay with that. Just think about 7 plus 7 is 14 and then add 7 more. So hopefully when you added, you got 21. So 21, and this is 21 as well. Then we just add that together. 21 plus 21. We add it together, and our answer is 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. Again, we have figured out 6 times 7 using the doubling strategy. And even though we use different strategies, we still got the same answer. So there's different ways you can figure out the answer. There you go. There it was 42 with the helper fact strategy, and the answer was 42 with the doubling strategy.